Okay, can everybody hear me? Woo woo. Yeah, I'm just gonna start this puppy, right? It's been a long time. Long time. Hey, Broken. Hey, hippie sissy. Good to see you, sweetheart. Um, BB, just weird. See if I, Johnny, of course. My sister, BB. Hey, Spacey. Hey, I know I didn't open this with any music or anything, man. I'm just, I, I put a boring title, and then I'm like, wait a minute. I've been laughing all week about grannies and grandmas and people throwing hands at the mall. Do they exist anymore? That's been my question all week. I'm like, dude, I live in a major metropolitan area, and I think there's two malls left, in a huge city. I'm like, who goes to these things anymore? Hey, Twiggy. Betty, my love. So happy to see you. But I'm just dying laughing, man. I'm laughing at the circumstances. I am laughing at how everything correlates. Did you get the link I sent you, Broken? Did you get that invite? I sent you one. I sent BB one if she wants to come up. I sent Hemi one if he wants to come up. Oh, thank you, Betty. I will tell you, I've been off for this last month, and I've been trying to get things done because I had a procedure that was coming up that I had done Monday. Okay. And it was mostly jumping through hoops and making sure my insurance covered it. And then they said it didn't. Then they said it did. It was scheduling, rescheduling. On top of that, getting everything in order around my house. I've got teenagers, and trying to get everything in order before I had the procedure done on my back. And I had it done, and I'm feeling so much better. I have like awesome mobility. I'm speeding around like I'm 25, but I'm in more pain, if you can believe that. I had a spinal ablation done, which they go in with needles and burn the affected area and nerves in your back to basically deaden them. So, yay, right? So it's a burning sensation and there's more pain, but I'm able to move, like chase toddlers again, kind of thing. But, it's hard sleeping though. I missed it all happens when Twig and I are beauty sleeping. Right? That was so hilarious though. Hey, good to see you, Aussie. Oh my God. You know what though? I mean, I injured my back 30 years ago. Hey, Barb, you had those in your back neck. Well, Barb, remember how last year they were talking about the fusion? They didn't do that. They said I wasn't a candidate for that, like the back fusion, but they did the spinal ablation. And the next step is next year. They're talking about doing, because it only lasts 6 months to a year, right? They're talking about doing a uh, intracept procedure. Oh, 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 oh! Here you go. Here you go, my girl. Hey, hey, what up?
Hello, how are you?
Oh, so happy to see you. My
Long
share
time no
parent.
see. I ran off. I,
Yeah, they do.
I just
They
ran off.
yes, you did. Yeah, Barb, they do. The nerves do grow back. Yeah, they said it could be 6 months, it could be a year, but it's that weird burning sensation right now. The, you know, Like it feels like when you burn your fingers, that sensation. That's the sensation I have in my L3, 4, and 5. It's crazy. But
Well,
anyway,
I guess I know about burning your fingers. I guess mine was kind of on a different level.
but that's what it feels like, but it's in my back. Feels like
Yeah.
when you burn your fingers, that's kind of what it feels like in my. And then like, oh well, he said that like I'll feel that sensation for a few days, and then after that I'll be good.
Hi, Betty. Hi, Hemi. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad you got it done. I'm glad you're gonna be better.
Yes, Barb, it is like a sunburn feeling, that sensation. You're right, you nailed it. No, I mean, we were just gonna talk about like how like what you surround yourself with and stuff is it affects you even on here, right? You know?
Right.
But I, where that comment came from, it was darling Nikki, right? It was she came on and she was out of it one night talking about, "Come on, Retro, we'll throw hands. Meet me at the mall."
Oh my goodness.
Which mall you live? And she started naming off the malls around that area because they live in the same town. And she started, "I know where your daughter gets dropped off. I know this. I know that." And I am freaking laughing my ass off because you're breathing in your phone, babe.
Sorry, I think it's because I got my
Oh,
earbuds
oh,
in.
oh, okay. Anyway, she goes like
Yep.
this. She's like, "Uh, meet me at the mall. We'll throw hands." And I
I
was
just
like,
can't believe how ridiculous some people. I don't know.
and then she denied it the next day, but it was so hilarious. I'm like, that is hilarious. It's entertaining. It really is. Pull up. That's right, Twiggy. It was pull up. Let's throw hands. Meet me at this mall. And it's like, just knowing that Retro is like, 5'8", or something like that.
Yeah.
And then, and Nikki's like 4'11". And
Oh,
I mean,
is Nikki really 4'11"?
yes, she's 4'11". Yes, she denied it, Amy. But the throwing hands. Oh, you got to hear this,
Yeah,
Cheryl.
that
Che-
is a fight, girl fight.
That's like right. Throwing hands. Yeah, no, no. Feels like, I mean, if it was me and I was just joking around and be like, "You, Spacey, I challenge you to a duel. Handbags at dawn." Like, you know, oh my God, let's go, girl. You know, but I mean, hearing that just made me freaking die laughing. I about peed myself when I saw her challenging Retro going all nutso. You don't want to catch these hands. That's right. And I said dueling grannies, but neither one of them are grandmas. Let's clarify that. Neither one of those ladies are grandmothers. But, I'm thinking 50 years old, come on. Like, what middle aged, grown adult ass woman challenges another grown ass woman to a bout of fisticuffs at the mall?
One that needs to grow up.
Oh my
Seriously.
God. Oh my God. It does it does my heart well to listen to this. Oh my God, you guys are gonna love this. You guys are gonna love this. Guess what? I have my old stalker trolling me under alts again.
Oh, great.
Uh-huh. S'mores, hello. S'mores, I know who you are. Okay. She's running around going under like Wendy's now, trying to get Wendy to come after me. She's trying to get Wendy to come after me, saying I'm a real lifer. I went real life on all sorts of creators and subs.
That's
Uh,
hilarious.
That is hilarious. You've known me for 4 years, Cheryl. Have you ever seen me go real life on anyone?
Never.
And we talk on the phone. Do I
Hmm.
ever give anybody's personal information out on the phone? You know,
Never.
I
Never.
do.
Never.
I talk about even looking people up.
No.
See,
Not
I
at
mean,
all.
my friends know this. Yes, some mores.
And we do talk. We have talked about this. We, you especially, are just not interested. We're not interested enough in these people to want to know anything about them.
Oh my God, no. Hey, Teresa. Um, hey, Shifty. Good to see you, sweetie. You always bring good vibes. Uh, yeah, I'm like, I've said that for years. Okay, I've had it happen to me. Would I want it to happen to anybody else? Hell no, because I don't care how much I dislike a person. I do not want to put them through what I went through.
And you always are encouraging everybody and lifting them up and leaving positive things every day on your community post. I
Oh, so
mean,
really, some more says Bob's. Have any of you people seen me go real life on anyone? I mean, hell no. I mean, seriously. Oh, so I'm being accused of it by Bob then. Okay. That
oh, by
explains it.
Bob.
I haven't went real life on anyone, you know?
Well, that explains it all because I mean, who in their right mind would even have any kind of respect for anything he puts out?
It's not Bob. Well, okay, let's put it this way. The same words were used by an ex-friend of mine when she was threatening me before I blocked her. The same words were used by
Mm,
S'mores. So do I assume that's her?
right.
I mean,
I would. I would. And
I mean,
look at Space Monster up there. What does she say? Wendy equals AJ? What's that?
some people think Wendy is AJ.
In Wendy the one that um is Wendy the one that did that St. Jude's thing?
No, 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 no. Well, I don't know. Who knows? I mean,
I
I,
mean, did she have a channel with somebody else? I mean,
no, I know what you're
and
thinking of. No, 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 no,
oh, it's not
no,
them.
no.
Okay.
It's a fairly new uh character on the scene. That's
Because I
no,
haven't heard the name Wendy on here.
but
That is new.
okay, okay, Amy. Thanks, honey. All I know is I never had the problem of being accused of this crap until I cut strings with someone. Then she went around telling everybody and their dog I went real life on people. And then I'm like, where's the proof? I'm going through the same thing as Amy is with Nikki and Bob. And you know what I mean? We've all got a couple people that do that, right?
Right.
Yeah, it's Hemi. It's Hemi do. Oh,
Yeah,
Hemi.
Henny, it's all your fault.
Yeah, it's all your fault, brother. Yes, that's right. I am Wendy. No, right? Nah, I'm too level-headed. I'm not. How do I put it? I'm not putting the gal down. I'm not. I'm just not as impulsive. There we go. I'm not impulsive.
Yeah.
Some of these people, like, they get mad or they get their feelings hurt. Boom. It's, you know, you know, there's a need for revenge or a need to retaliate if and I just don't have that kind of thing in me. You know
Well,
that.
that's part of their half of being in the a toxic relationship. They're going to continue being toxic until you put an end to it.
No, no. Oh, look, Aquarian says, anyone know who Scotty's talking about on her newest CP? You mean the one who won't give information, Aquarian? Hey, Tippers. What's up, beautiful? Um, I don't think Wendy's loofah because loofah with me is not, how do I put she's more neutral with me. She's not a fan of mine. She doesn't hate me, but she doesn't like me, you know?
And who? Which one's that? Who's that?
Uh, loofah. And I'm not
Me and Liz.
dragging.
Me and Liz has always got along really well. So I mean, I still
I'm just
like
saying,
Lupa no matter.
you
You
know,
know,
and and loofah's an acquired taste. I get
but
that. There's
we're not buddy buddy. But I mean, um, I will and comment on her. Tell her hi and stuff like
I
that.
do, I
Cause
do
she's
tell
always
you.
been good to me.
Uh,
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, for a minute, I misread Spacey's comment. I misread it as Teddy's AJ. Like, what? What? Now that's a good disguise. That's a good disguise. Man, and you know what? And I got my glasses on, so maybe it's time for a new prescription.
I'm fixing to get my cataracts removed off my eyes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it because they said that they don't think that I'm even gonna need glasses.
That's
Uh,
good.
Yeah, I'm really
Hmm.
happy about that because I am blind as a bat.
Let me see.
But I mean, I've noticed on here that that is most of the where all the made up stories, the lies, the anger, the hate,
Yeah.
that go in real life
Yeah.
is it lies with two people that were friends and they parted ways and it turns into a slinging this crap and slinging that, you know, until
Well,
that I've
yeah.
seen them wear themselves out.
And if you sit back and watch it play out for a while, which is what I did, I'm not going to lie, then it's like, I see where, you know, I see what's going down. And when you've experienced it yourself, like you have on here, and I have, you're like, yeah, I know what's going on. And, you know, Amy's been through it now, um, more than once. um, and Sally Ann, believe it or not. Yeah, I agree, Amy. The level of psychopathy. I think there's a lot of people that have abandonment issues too. You know what I mean? It it sets something off in them. They have a fear of abandonment, and when you do, they can seem normal and everything. You have it out, or things. I don't know. With me, it was control. That person had to control everything. Hey, Cherokee. The person had to control everything, and once she wasn't in control of everywhere I went or whatever, it would show up in the places she didn't want me to be and make a scene, and then
Yeah,
freak out on me behind the scenes. Yeah.
yeah. I'm not sure what mine was. I haven't quite labeled it yet.
Yeah, well, yours was more you were used as a buffer in a way. You were used
Yeah.
as like, oh, you know, you were fed misinformation so that you would, you know, stick up for that person. That's,
Oh yeah.
you were used as a bully. That's
And
right. Be a social butterfly, Cherokee. Spread those little butterfly wings and flap around. Okay. You still there, Cheryl?
I'm here.
Oh, good. You know, well, I
But
know.
I
Go on.
mean, I don't know. Um, I just think that it made me um, look at everybody sideways,
Yeah,
and
I get it.
it made me reevaluate, uh, just how much bad people are out there,
Mm,
you know, and
yeah, and
I'm not even
we talked about this before. You always come from the pessimistic side of things, and I always come into things with an optimistic view. And it's like we both need to just, come in with reality goggles. You know what I mean? It's
right, right. I don't know. It's made me step back and look at the situation, and it made me not um interested in engaging in that stuff anymore. You
right,
know,
right,
um, uh, and anybody that you talk to, anybody in chat, you say hi to, you say, well, are they going to turn into somebody else, in a few months? Are they going to be different?
right,
I mean,
right.
you just and I
Well,
never dreamed in a
y-
million years
you know what?
after
You never dreamed that someone would lie and accuse you of being an addict, or,
I never dreamed that uh she would have done any of that, and to take what I told her about me going to the doctor and exactly
twist
what
it.
was going on, she twisted it around and made it sound like um that I was just addicted to pills, doctor shopping
No. Well, I mean,
when I
come
was
on.
having
Okay,
surgery. I
first of all,
mean,
first of all, it's hard to say that anybody that would believe that, knowing that you went through this situation with your heart, they're not going to give you anything like that
right?
when you
And
have a
I
heart
had
condition,
Well,
you
and
know?
I never hid anything. Never hid a thing. I've always told people exactly what, you know, the
Yeah,
truth and but I just never um thought that sharing my everyday life with somebody would um they would twist it into something different.
I know.
You know, I
And
never
it,
I just still can't get over it. That's
and it
where
took
my
you so
problem
long.
is.
It took you so long to open up to somebody after what Dorothy had done to you. You know what I mean?
You know.
You were just
Mhm.
recovering from that situation. And then to have,
Mhm.
somebody else do something completely different. I mean, but it's still a
Right.
betrayal,
Right.
right?
And, uh, and this is my joke, this is the light-hearted part of it. I blame it all on Barb.
Oh, you can't blame
Uh,
nothing. You can't blame anything on Barb. That's my girl.
no,
That's my,
it's a
I
joke
know,
because, because of what happened, I was on the rebound, so I landed in
right?
that chat.
Right.
I had landed there.
Yeah, but if you hadn't landed there, we wouldn't have like crossed paths as much,
I
and
know.
we wouldn't
And
have
it came
became
around a full circle. Did you notice that?
right,
Um, we all traveled in one big circle and ended up at the same place we started.
right.
I
You
kid you
know,
not.
and it's amazing. But I mean, I just have to laugh. That's why I retitled this about throwing fists. I like titled it "Mall." You know,
Well, mall.
no, like
Funny.
mall grannies fighting. But I was like, I was gonna put it as mall mauling.
Oh God,
What
funny.
happens in Fight Club stays in Fight Club. No
Well,
exchanging cooking recipes.
I just feel now that if I mean I was trying to listen to people's lives and stuff and what's going on,
Yeah.
and I feel like that it has um it seems like that it would exhaust them. I mean, because it feels like it just drains my energy and it
Yeah.
to keep things going back and forth, and keeping up with all of that stuff, that's a lot of work, and that's horrendous.
Well, the
I
thing
mean,
is, like, I have to say this, Amy and Tiff have been going through it for like 8, 9 months now.
God.
Y and it's not just like once or twice or 3 times a week. It's like no less than 5 times a week. No less than that. week. BB, it says device not connected, doll.
It just seems, I just don't know, girl. It just seems like that um
No. Okay.
they
Okay.
put all this work and all these hours into it. They pour it into doing all these things so they can go
Oh,
back
you're in
and
the
forth
10th month now, Amy? Oh,
and
we
get
just
and keep ahead of the other one, to where that they don't hurt you too bad, you know.
oh my
Well,
God, look, BB's up here. Look at her.
wait a minute, let me get up. I've got comments on the screen. Hang on.
Oh, hold on.
Okay.
Oh, she
All right.
dropped down. She'll be back. She'll be back. I know my girl BB. But she has a picture of an old lady on a scooter.
Does she really?
Yes.
I guess I should go back out. I should go out and change mine, huh?
Oh, look at that. 279 days to be exact. And she only took what, 2 days off in that 279 days.
Right.
Only
And I remember when me and MKB was like in the middle of it, you know, like going at
mhm.
people back and forth, and um, it
Hey Mark.
takes up all your it takes up all your time.
And
I
your
mean,
energy.
yeah,
It's
and it just has. It seems like it plugged into me and just drained me of all my. I don't know. I really wasn't a very positive person, but it took the rest of it, you know.
you know what? And I have to say this. For me, I and I know to a certain extent you went through this too. It's once you break free of those toxic connections and you
Mm,
have that freedom to talk to who you want to, say hello to who you want to, go where you want to, make connections with other people, it is
right,
so liberating. And it's like
right.
you get to know people that you weren't allowed to get to know before. Device
Well, I
not
was
connected, BB.
my deal was I was scared when I was gone. Uh, what did they start here or start there to embarrass me? That
Mhm.
that's
Yep.
I was like, oh, it wasn't that I cared anywhere they went, but they went into people's chats that I cared about, and so they would do bad things sometimes, and you
And you
know,
wouldn't know about it. What's up,
and I
BB?
wouldn't know about it, and
Yeah, hold on a second.
yeah,
Yes.
Okay.
it just kind of
That's
puts
my
you in
sister.
a different
Yeah,
mind
Amy.
frame when this
I get it.
happens to you, though.
I get it,
When
Amy. I would stick on it too if I were you. I get it. Yeah,
Hi,
Betty, but
guys.
there,
hi,
this is my beautiful friend BB, my
Hi.
sister.
hi,
Hi,
baby.
Cheryl. Hi, Ginger. Hi, chat. I can't see you right now. Let me pop it up here. My phone's being really slow because I only have like 4%.
Oh,
Mine's
oh
at
no.
mine's at 5%.
Oh my goodness.
I'm
I have
plugged
it
in,
plugged
so
in though.
hopefully I
You
don't
okay?
die.
Yeah, let's
I
like
know. I have to
fingers
watch mine
fingers
because some.
crossed.
So how's everybody doing?
Oh great. You heard what I said about getting trolled by s'mores.
Yeah, I heard.
It's okay. So was s'mores was somebody?
I don't, it's an alt. Everybody, but I find
It's an
funny. So
all somebody we know very well.
here's the thing. When I looked at it, that alt was created March 12th
Yeah,
last year. Last year.
yeah.
Mm, okay.
Okay.
How many alts have I found that were made in March and April of last year that have dragged the shit
Several.
out of me, that have dragged the shit out of me, and there's only one person that has the vested interest to drag me like that.
Oh, we
But
know who that is.
and I'm like, dude, I'm not even bothering you. Why you gotta be bothering with me, man? My friends have been amazing. Oh, good, 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 Amy. I'm glad. But It's just nuts. These people are freaking nuts.
Hmm. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
Y'all
well,
need to buy a horse and get a
yep,
different hobby. Like,
right?
seriously.
Yeah, like,
I don't have time for anything anymore with a horse.
right? I I was out today just, you know, trimming up my, flower beds and stuff like that. I was like, "Man, okay," like, get some fresh air. And then I gotta take Nuggy to the beach. Yay, tomorrow. Oh my
Oh
god,
yeah,
that
and
little
that
baby channel. That did you guys see that baby channel?
no,
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness, it's so
what,
cute.
I
what
shared
baby
it. It's
channel?
great.
Oh my gosh, it is so cute, Cheryl. You have to check it out. It's I'll send it to you after we get off. Um
Oh,
I shared it on my page. You might be able to find it that way on my CPs. It's Krama Baby. Okay.
okay.
It's so cute. And it's like it takes clips of actual people that are on panels or uh on lives or whatever, and their voices, and sets it to a baby that looks like the person who's talking.
Oh, no, my goodness,
It
really?
yes.
It's so
I
cute.
want,
You have
I
got to
want to
check it
do
out.
that. I want to have a cartoon character that looks like me and moves and while
It's
I'm
not a
talking
cartoon. It's
on
not
a
a
live. I want
it's
to be
not
Just leave
live.
her a message
it's
on her comments and tell her that you want her to make one of you.
it's not
She'll
a
do it.
cartoon. It's not a cartoon, Cheryl. It looks
Well,
It's
like
a, it's a, isn't it AI?
it's little
AI?
yeah,
yeah, but it looks like real
AI
babies
baby.
talking.
Yeah.
It's
It
so
looks like
cute.
real well, babies, toddlers. Oh my gosh.
Yes, it really does. I've seen that different ages of those. You know, them advertise it.
Yes, it takes kids that are, like, probably I would say, like, 18 months to 2 years, maybe, little toddlers, and it makes it look like they're, like, they got little setup, like they're doing a podcast or something. It's
Yes.
so cute. It is so cute, and it's
And
so much
I
it
think that
does
that would I have cartoon characters, you know, on my some of my
yeah,
profiles. And but that's when I was messing around with that because they said that I could do it in Snapchat,
yeah.
but I never could find
Hmm.
it. So, um
No,
I'm really excited, but on the other hand, I have no clue and could not even fathom learning how to do that because I'm tech dumb and I just do not have no interest in it and I cannot figure it out. And so somebody will have to do it for me and I'll have to pay them because I don't have a clue. I'm not kidding.
all I know
Oh,
is this person clips the voices and is able to make oh, oh,
well, didn't they say that that's wasn't that a lot of the oh I heard Natasha and several other people talk about it where they were turning things into songs or something and
no,
they're
that's a
going back
totally
and forth.
different program. That's a totally different
Oh, okay.
program.
Okay. Because
That's yeah,
I know they were going back and forth, you know, see who could do the
oh,
best, you know,
Phoebe and I
up
did
and
that, what, 6 months ago? We were making songs, we got bored, we started making AI songs, right? We did
you
that
know,
for a couple
really?
weeks. Mhm.
Really?
It's a free
I
program.
still do.
And what do
I
they do?
still
Take
use
what
it.
your words and put it into
Well, you
a
sign up for it, right? And there's a free version of it, and then there's, you might as well just use the free version, but you can put in what you want. Like, you could say, "This style of music, blah, blah, blah." You put in basically, what you want it like keywords and stuff like that,
yeah.
and maybe a key phrase, and boom, it makes it within like not even 2 minutes sometimes, right, BB?
Hmm.
It
Yeah.
just pops it
You
off.
can write your own
Wow.
lyrics too, which is usually what I do.
Yeah, we like to put as much
Really?
information in it as possible. you know, and then it comes out
Wow.
really
The more you
good.
put in, the better the song turns out.
Well,
Yeah,
see,
and
I couldn't write a song now.
no, you just put in what, like, if you want a theme song for your channel, you can do it AI that
Yeah.
way too. What is it?
Oh, really?
I think it's Suno, SUNO
Yeah.
Yeah.
AI. That is a program that does it.
You're giving out our secrets.
Oh shoot, sorry, baby.
Um, Ginger.
Messing
Oh
But,
with
man,
people.
um, I'll tell you how well Checking Convictions knew me. Um, she made my intro without any input from me whatsoever. Uh, she didn't ask me a question. I didn't tell her anything. She took our relationship and what she knew about me and she did that. And that's what makes that so special is because she did it without me having to tell her anything.
I miss her too. Yeah, Betty,
Yeah.
I miss her too.
And I found the other day the new intro that she made for um me and MKB's channel together. She made an intro with both of us, and I didn't know where it was at. And uh, MKB, I asked her about it once, and she never had it. So I found it and played it.
Oh,
Um, so I'm going to play that the next time that I go live. I'm going to show everybody what she did for us because she took what she knew about me and her and she just made it. So
yeah, well, you got to be careful now, Cheryl,
what?
because if it has her image, she can copyright strike you.
Her
Yep.
image. Well, it does have. Well, I don't know what it has. Like,
Any image
Unless
of
it's a public enemy.
well,
MKB, you could
I
get.
was I was thinking about inviting her um to come and listen to it because I don't think she ever heard it before. I think
Well,
it will be her first time.
then you probably should do it privately
Yeah,
because
yeah,
if it's public, you're gambling.
yeah. But it's really cool. She did a
I'm
really good
just saying
job.
with I'm just saying, with
Yeah,
the way things are going. And that's another thing. People are going crazy over these copyright strikes. They don't understand how copyright strikes work. I mean, oh my god, they're trying to take my channel down. Ah! Okay, if you play music in the intro to your channel or during your channel, you can get a music copyright strike, correct?
Yes.
yeah.
Okay. Okay, I've had them. Not a big deal. Does that mean that uh, Kenny Loggins, or does that mean Brian Adams or ACDC is trying to take my channel down? Personally, I'm just saying. Okay,
Right.
so how they work, at least the ones that um, is you're told to remove the video that copyrighted material is in, right? Or they'll take it down or whatever, and you have so long to edit it. Now, if you choose to edit it, it goes right back up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you refuse to edit it, that's when you're in the weeds there. Um, it depends on what they allow, like what the person or the uh, company or whatever allows. Now, you could be, it's a partial copyright, which means it can't be viewed in all countries. You know what I mean? It's blocked in certain countries, or it could be blocked everywhere. And that's when and YouTube will tell you exactly. Yes,
Exactly.
yes, she legally registered her image, so now she owns it. Correct, Amy. Correct. See, so all they would have to do is edit out the part that CJ is in, her image is in.
Yes.
And YouTube will tell you how much of the video you have to edit. It will even send you, when you look through it, it'll show you a marker of when you have to edit it. Okay? It's not
Yeah.
that hard. All you have to do is edit out the content where that person's song or image or whatever the copyright is. Okay? All you
Yeah.
have to do is edit it out and the video can go back up. It's not that freaking hard. It's
Yeah.
not rocket science. And like I said, YouTube shows you the exact timestamps of where you have to do it. And all you have
Mhm.
to do is say, okay, edit all, and it'll take care of
Mhm.
it for you. Then eventually it'll go back up. I mean, but these stupid fools think they got to fight a copyright strike.
Well, I just can't even imagine them, uh, being so ugly with it that it forces you to have to uh file a copyright on them to stop them. I mean, there's some people out there that just will not shut up.
Well, yeah, I mean, when you force somebody's hand where you won't quit dragging them over the coals, and CJ did get a certificate. So, and what they don't seem to understand, because they thought they can circumvent it by going, oh, but the content was put up before she got the certificate. It doesn't matter. As soon as you register, that is a
Mhm.
trademark or that is a copyright, right?
Yeah.
All your anything you have that image or song or whatever, as soon as it registers, it counts on everything, not just
Yeah.
what you do from now on. It counts for everything before. And that's what they're not understanding. They can't get it through their thick skulls that, oh, you know, see, if I could go out right now and register my left boob for copyright, like, I don't know. I'd be
Well,
like, that's
see,
one of the,
it's so funny because uh it wouldn't do me to go and register anything because nobody uses anything of mine.
but still, I mean, for future reference. Am I wrong, Tip?
Right.
Isn't that how it works, Tiffany?
Yep.
That
But I
once,
just
once,
cannot believe
hold on,
that it
once,
gets so ugly that it turns into this. I'm like, because
Aquarian says,
I've never
hold
even
on.
had a strike.
Yeah, I know.
I don't I don't
Hold
get nasty enough to, you know.
hold on. Aquarian says, I think those people over there think they are actually winning something. The harder they go, the more they win. It makes them look very unhinged. It's weird. Yeah, I mean, it's
Right.
they obviously, yeah, okay, so I'm right. And it's like what amazes me, and I don't care if she likes it or not, but um, okay, she entered that copyright on her stuff, right? She got the certificate on it and it's registered. Okay.
Henry.
Oh, it's okay. Hemi.
Yeah.
So, well, Hemi
Brother
knows
just walked in.
Hemi's a businessman, so he understands it. So
Right.
basically, once you trademark, copyright, whatever, once you have that, it works towards everything that you have that, you know, everything before. There's no grandfather clause on it. You know what I mean? There's
Right.
no working around it. It's and if they can't understand that, they lack in comprehension skills. It's the I mean, but here's how far what happened is they went nuts over a copyright strike in the first place, which it's not a
Exactly.
TOS it's not a TOS strike. It's
No, it's
not,
not.
which would be what would affect your channel. It's not a what is it? What do they call it?
Community.
No, what's the other one? Personal
For your privacy.
privacy. Privacy. It's not a privacy strike. Those see, and that's what it is. Privacy strikes and TOS by guideline strikes are what
Mhm.
gets you taken down, not copyrights. Okay,
Yeah.
they don't seem to understand that. So what they did is they turned around and they just started flipping out on CJ after this, right? And um, oh, Darling Nikki was calling her Scotland police, on her, you know. Well, I'm surprised she didn't say she was calling Scotland Yard, you know.
Well, no, that's just see,
No, listen,
those people are
no, listen.
they've got
No, I'm expecting her to say she's calling Scotland Yard on CJ who lives in Scotland because Scotland Yard is
yeah,
actually in freaking England.
right,
I mean,
right,
but
right. I know.
yes, I'd like to report a crime. Someone filed a copyright strike on me on YouTube under fraudulent circumstances. They call it fraudulent because, you know, they
Well,
had the
I just
material. They had the hold on, Cheryl. They had the material up before she had the certification. Doesn't matter. As soon
right,
as it's registered,
right,
you're screwed. But
and
she did. She threatened to call the police on CJ. She went
mhm,
Googling all the laws of Scotland. I
I
mean,
can't
because God,
believe.
you know what? I can't believe this dumbass woman. I'm sorry, Nick, if you hear this, but you're a dumbass. You think you know every law in the United States that exists, and now you're looking at Googling Scotland like you know every law in Scotland. Oh my God.
Well,
I feel like you knew
it baffles me that these people live in this kind of uh world that uh
it.
they find this stuff important. Um, what in the world are they
Really?
getting out of this?
I don't know. I mean, why they would go unhinged over a copyright? It does nothing to your channel, really. It just takes that
Uh,
video down. Yeah, that's it, Twiggy. It's the British constabulary. Yeah, yeah, no. But what's funny is, she would think she knows something by doing. Oh my God. Let me see. But yet Nikki says, go
well,
ahead.
this is
All
like
the cops on me, it won't do anything. Yeah, she thinks she's immune to anybody. She can do anything to anybody in any country other than Canada, and the cops won't do anything to her. Okay, whatever. I don't care. But still, you can't sit there and cry over a copyright strike. Okay.
yeah.
And then be like, oh, CJ's going real life on me. Doing a strike is not going real life on you, lady. I'm sorry. I mean, if you're that soft in the belly, maybe you should get the hell off YouTube. I mean, come on.
I
It's
remember when
part of
they
the
were
game.
saying that people were doing copyright strikes and stuff on other people to get their information.
See, here's the thing.
And I was
A
like,
copy
oh,
here's the thing. It's pointless. How many times do I gotta say this? It not to you guys, but you know what I mean, out there in
mm,
general. It is pointless to fight a copyright strike. It is pointless because if YouTube pushes the strike through, YouTube's already investigated it and says, "Yep, that's a copyright infringement," right? So
yeah.
then it goes next step law and civil. Okay. Oh, okay. What sickens you?
His greed sickens
But
me.
why would these people want to waste their time doing all this stuff?
That's the joke.
For
Okay.
what reason?
At my comedic genius. But you
Yes.
clearly don't care.
Hey, Alice. I'm sorry. What'd you say?
And
Nuggy was
you're the
talking.
perfect one to answer that too.
What?
Um, for what reason are these people doing all of this? I mean, investing all that time and energy into something. Why are they doing this? I mean,
Okay. Here's the thing. When they were going and using her content, you see what I mean with her image. It's in a way it's harassment, but on to that person, right? Well, YouTube's not doing anything about it, about the harassment that's happening. So they're going, so copyright. Okay. Well, all the copyright does is take the video down. You see what I mean?
yeah,
Now, what happens is these people can sit there and they'll go out and they'll dox everybody. They'll go out and drop everybody's information out there. They'll do all that crap. Hey, Savannah, what's up, you hooker? they'll do that stuff, right?
Yeah.
Then if you say anything, and that all CJ was doing is doing things the right way. She
Right.
wasn't doxing anybody.
Yeah.
She has no intent in doing that. Now, what happens is if they fight it, if they counter that claim, just like any other strike, when you go to counter, you have to give your address and phone number. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. What Nikki doesn't understand, and she thinks she's sneaky. Okay. But she really isn't, because she's not as smart as she thinks she is. That you could just put any address that you get mail at. No, that's not how it works, sugar. That's not how it works, sugar. It has to be your legal address, your legal residence. That's how
In
it says.
your
That's what it
legal
says.
name.
No, that's what it says in the terms of service. Now, this is a sticky wicket because I've seen 4 channels go down. 4 in my time on here. I've only been on for 5 years, but I've seen 4 channels go down because somebody did a counter strike on those channels, right? And the creators gave a PO box or another address than their residence, because it says your primary residence is what you
Right.
have to put down so that you can legally be served with court papers. Yeah, her mom's address that her mom doesn't even live at anymore. Whatever, you know what I mean? Here's the
Yeah.
thing, you cannot do that. That's illegal. Okay? That's giving false information, which is
Right.
against terms of service. And once they find out you give the wrong address so that you can't be served in any proceeding, then you can have your channel terminated. And I've seen it happen to 4 channels. It happened to 4 channels that I've known that got served those papers for, counter strikes, or didn't get served the papers for the counter strikes. They have to be able to hand it to you, not just mail it to
Right.
you. They have to
Right.
be able to hand it to you in person. You have to sign for it. If you are not at that address and, you can't have your mom's dog sign for it, your kid sign for it. It has to be your legal address. So I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to keep up with the chat at the same time, but it has to be you. It has to be your legal address. Now, I know one example, somebody gave a P.O. box. Boom. You can't serve it personally to the person at a P.O. box. That's happened a couple times. Those people lost their channels. The 2 people I know that use P.O. boxes lost their channels. Now, and then the other 2 gave addresses of relatives. Nope, that's not how it works. You give a relative's address and you still could lose your channel because it's not your legal address.
Read Savannah's text. Read hers. You go, girl, because I'm kind of wanting to come back on my channel, and if I can't tell the truth about how I feel about everybody around me,
Mm-hmm.
and it be okay, and poke fun and do stuff like that at them, then I just don't really think I want to come back.
I got it. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to clarify that too, Amy. No, CJ did that. CJ did that on her own. Amy had nothing to do with the copyright certificate. CJ went and got it on her own. Amy didn't even know the name. I don't even think Amy knows the name of the place the service that she got it through, but they want to say Amy made Country Joe do it to get her hands on Nikki's address.
Oh, they're
Two,
blaming Amy.
yeah, another thing they're
Oh,
blaming Amy for. Yeah, Amy wants my address. No, no. If Amy really wanted your address, she would have had it by now. You know what I
and
mean?
you thinking, look, guys, just look at all the stories and the crap that these people are talking about you, and you know what reality really is. Something's got to be wrong with people that do what they are doing. I mean, I have never seen anybody so horrific like Robbie in all my life. I mean, like,
Well, well,
he
it's
just
getting.
comes at you like with all the hatred that he can come at you with, and he don't care. And
I
it's
don't
just
think. You know what, Savannah? No, we're not blaming Tip. That was last year, and Amy's time is almost up. So guess who's next? We're gonna start blaming you for everything, Savannah.
he's miserable.
We're
Well,
gonna
you know
spin that
what?
wheel.
I think that you should be able to go and troll in other people's chats and people not get so bent out of shape about it. Just come back at them, but don't get all crazy. These people just go too far. The craziness is so deep. I mean, oh, I just
Right?
cannot believe
And the
that how
paranoia.
far they will go.
And the paranoia. Okay, well, if you're so worried about people having your address, how about you don't come out and dox the shit out of them? How
Right,
about you don't come out and lie about them? How about you don't come out here and do dirty real life shit
right.
on people?
That's the way I look at it. If put the truth out there and don't be doing anything that will, make people come to you and want, to uh mess with you about it.
Oh, well,
I just
yeah. I mean, come on. You already know the story, like some of the story on my docs, but somebody, and who's Mm, they dug okay, they dug on me, okay?
you know
People dug on me a few years ago, and I wasn't doing anything just because a girl came out and said I dug on her, and I didn't even know what her real name was. How in the hell did I dig on her? But
I
anyway,
know.
um, because I don't care, I don't care, okay? I don't care where people live. I feel like, um, it doesn't matter to me. It's like intrusive and it's like rifling through someone's underwear drawer. I don't want to do that.
Right.
So basically, that person would get people wound up, never have the proof, never have the proof. And this is what I'm seeing with Nikki, with her accusations on Amy. She never has the proof. And then she'll make something up. And she does it with Tiff too. She'll make something up and she'll say it so many times that people don't even check. And then they just start believing her ass, right? And and they'll just go with it. And then after a while, they figure out, wait, we've never seen the proof. And then they start peeling off because they notice she's not telling the truth. Like, okay, I went through that. So I can understand that profoundly, what she's going through. And when I went through it, it's like my kids were put out there, all that crap. And that gal all got away with that at first. At first, it was taken care of. Trust me. Ginger took care of it. And I didn't have to go real life to take care of it. Um, I anyway, that person's not around anymore, but Dorothy helped her. And Dorothy went live and put out what she thought was my criminal records on one live, and she got rid of it. What was funny is she got the wrong person.
God.
I live I live in a major metropolitan area. Like, okay, there I mean, I've already said I live right next to Omaha, right? And but with all the towns and stuff that connect with Omaha, there's almost a population of 1 million people, almost, right?
Right.
Okay, how many people I have a common first name, you know that. It's
Yeah.
Jennifer, and I have
Yeah.
a common last name. Okay? Anyway, how many Jennifers do you think were born in this area? You know,
Yeah.
with a common last name. It's not Smith, but it might as well be, right?
Right.
Anyway, they got the wrong person. They got a woman who is 8 years older than me. or I think she might have been 10 years older than me. Yeah, they got her.
I mean,
And
so
sh-
what?
and
Like, do
and
they
then
just?
and she has two daughters, but her daughters are in their freaking 30s. Mine are in their teens.
I can't believe that they don't make sure. I mean, that they don't do a better job at gathering their information. But
Oh, they
I
thought
put
they
my stuff
oh,
out there.
she thought she had dirt on me. And then she was talking about that I had a record for stealing from a church as it was a church secretary. I started laughing. Dude, you ain't good. No, no. I go into church, it's burning down. Come on, let's be real. No, I'm just kidding. But
Well, I
no.
mean,
And this gal, and I was like, oh my God. Oh my, what are the odds? Because check this out. Check this out, Cheryl. I knew the person she was talking about because
mm,
she literally lived at one point 28 years ago, 28, 30 years ago. She lived on the same street as me at a different address, right? My mom was her daycare provider. So I knew the lady she was talking about when she started talking. And I'm like, oh my God, this is hilarious. This is hilarious. She actually got this woman who's actually been divorced from her husband, who had the same name as my husband 25 years ago, right?
right,
I'm laughing my ass off because it's like, okay, first of all, I'm not going to have kids in their late 30s.
right.
I'm I'm 52 years old. I mean, that's an early start, you know? And but at the time Dorothy did this, I had just turned 50, but still.
Yeah.
And those girls were 38. So they're only 12 years younger than me and 14 years
Wow.
younger than me. So I'm like,
They
yeah,
went through a big
I
rush. They
yeah.
rushed themselves, and sometimes I think they're blinded by hate. I really do think some of these people are blinded by hate because uh, I have been just had to step back and watch feel the wind as they ran by because um, it's like every waking moment that, or if they see you, that anger just hits them and they just go ballistic.
Yeah.
You know, they lose their minds and they go and lash out everywhere about it.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I just don't get um how these people can really behave like this and think that it's okay. I mean, like, it's not okay behavior to I don't know, to
Well,
lie and be somebody you're not.
well,
Because
and
when I
that's the
come,
thing. That's the thing. I have that freaking person who loves to alt up, loves to go under alts in all
yeah,
these
yeah,
places and say that I go real life and I dox people. And I'm like, what are you freaking serious? And I know who you are doing it. Everybody knows who you are because you're my stalker, like, come on. And the thing is, when you say the same thing publicly to these people that you threatened me that you were going to say, you're going to force me to one of these days come out with those messages. I don't
mm,
usually show private messages, but if I get blamed one more time from an alt for it,
you
they're coming
know,
out. No, I'm serious. They're coming out because I am so sick of being accused of that. When that
see,
person said she was going
now,
to, she said she was going to go to Boyd and get people after me. She said that um because I was hanging out with Retro and them, that I just like to hang out with artards. Um,
see, you guys, your relationship uh has turned into her hating you, and doesn't she hasn't let it go. She's still at you. She still does things
I
that are
I don't
weird.
need to. I mean, how many times have we talked and she never gets mentioned? You know?
I know, but until she does something weird, I mean, she's always doing, you know, guys. It would take a lot of time to invest in trying to hurt somebody. for no reason. I mean, just out of anger.
Well,
I
and the
mean,
thing is, I know a lot of her shit. I've never put it out. Why would I? You know, it's
right,
pointless. It's a waste of time. It's
right.
a pointless waste of time. Just freaking go on with your
And
life.
you know when people on here, every time that we have had a private relationship, um, it has uh never been like they were out to, like stab you in the back. It wasn't like that. And Dorothy, she showed me a different side of YouTube that uh I couldn't believe. I came in with my using my real name, and it was tied to my email was tied to my real address, and and Dorothy's like, you gotta change that. You can't do that, and you can't tell people
Yeah,
your name. And I was like, what? And she's like, and she had a fake Facebook, and I'm like, what in the world am I stepping into? Because I
right.
came in and everybody knows my name because I came into YouTube using it.
Well,
And
look at poor Tiff. She's been doxxed so much that everybody knows her name. Like
yeah.
all of YouTube is cheers for her. Everybody knows your name.
Well, one thing on here, I try to never, um, y'all stop. Oh, my little dog. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's
Stop.
okay.
Stop. Missy. Stop. 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 The other one scared
No,
her.
hold up, S'mores. No, I didn't go real life. Where's your proof? Where is your proof, S'mores? You ain't got none. Where did I ever go real life? I didn't.
Who
So
is
stop
S'mores
saying.
now? Who is
Who do you
S'mores?
think?
Wow.
I
Really?
never went real life. Where did I ever go real life? Hi, Christine.
I have never even, we've never even talked about anybody who that we wanted to know who somebody was or what.
No,
I could care less.
I've never went real life.
You know what was so
But
embarrassing?
listen, I know someone who has.
I was really embarrassed because when Dorothy said that I was putting out her kids' stuff, and I doxed her name and stuff, at that time I could not remember her last name. And I was like, I it was just not important enough to me.
Mhm.
And for her to
Now,
say that I'm
S'mores has
going
been around.
around,
Hold on. S'mores has been around since March of last year. So they've been dropping in here and there, and they've been
really.
poking at me for a year now.
Oh, well,
They
let them. Well, see, I don't get that. Why do they poke at you for something that has nothing to do with your personality
that I've
or
never done because they
yeah,
have.
nothing to do with you whatsoever, that you don't even care about that stuff.
Well, because somebody, we all know who it is,
Mhm.
nightgown lady, loves.
Mhm.
She just freaking wants to get. She's out to get. She's already said that she's gonna ruin my life. Whatever. I don't care.
I just can't believe that people get that angry.
But s'mores, that's okay. I'll put out the proof. I'll put out the proof on someone else.
Is Tiffany still? Was Tiffany here?
Oh yeah,
Christine is here.
Tiffany.
But yeah, I mean, like, I just didn't have
Yeah.
a clue that I just wanted. If I can't be myself on here, um, be the same as my real life
Mhm.
and have my real life a part of my channel, I
Mhm.
just don't even think I would want to do that.
None of us really have that energy. Well, at least you, me, BB. I know doesn't have that energy, especially
Yeah,
now that she has Big Bertha.
right. I just, I just don't want to put on a show like people do, and it's just crazy, and they use it against each other, and it's just for what reason? I mean, why? What are y'all getting out of this? I just do not get it. You're
I, I,
gonna be old like me. One day they're gonna be old, and they're gonna look back and they're gonna go, "Why did I do that? Waste all my time on that stupid thing there."
if they make it to being old, they're going to give themselves a stroke at the rate.
I, you
You
said
know,
it.
they're going to stroke out doing this crap. It's like,
And
please.
some of these people are older ladies.
I
I mean,
know.
they are up there in age. I mean, even older than I am. And I could had that energy to where uh that I didn't feel like that going at somebody was wasting my time. But after I had come so close to death, that
Yeah.
made me look at it a little bit differently about my time spent here, you know.
Oh,
And
wait.
I want
Some
and I
s'mores.
just
I'm still waiting for your proof. S'mores. Where's your proof? Oh, wait. You don't have any? Because it didn't happen? Come on, s'mores. Where's your proof, honey?
I mean, I just don't. People just get in their heads that they can, because they use fake names and fake avatars and they can hide behind, the computer screen, uh, that they can change who they, you know, really are. They can pretend like they're somebody they're not.
Right?
And it's just so bizarre at how they uh,
Well,
try to hang on to that when their personality comes out and um, you realize that they're fake. I mean, they lie about you know where they
yep.
live, what they do,
Who they
everything.
are. Who they are.
Yeah,
I mean, they put on these facades and everything. And when you're around people long enough, you're like, okay. And I have to say, like, okay, Amy, don't mind it. I'm going to use you for an example. You know, when she was around them people, she was angry. She was screaming. She was under a lot of stress. And you notice now, even when they come at her, she just calmly, just like hands them their ass calmly. She
right. That
she doesn't have to scream. She doesn't have to holler. She don't have to get her heart rate up. None of that, you know, because they're proving who they are themselves.
you're right. You are so
Well, I'm going to tell
level-headed.
you guys, you know who that S'mores is. It isn't Wendy. Trust me. Just certain things I've seen them say. It's somebody who's running around here and trying to act like they're a good person and they're not. And so they use an alt to do a lot of dirty. That's how half of it goes on, right?
Yeah, I can't believe that people actually do that.
Did you guys block S'mores? Because I wanted to hear her come back.
I didn't block her because I don't have a wrench.
Oh, you don't? I thought you did.
No, I've never had a wrench in here. My
Uh-oh.
feelings are so hurt.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. I have to get
Uh-uh.
on my phone to do
I'm
that.
I'm teasing you. You know that.
No, no, no. I have to get on my phone real quick to mod Christine.
See, I can't. If I wanted to do something with them, I couldn't because I don't have a wrench.
Oh no. I wanted to hear her proof, you know.
Betty did it. Betty did it.
And they oh no, no, listen. Oh, don't, Betty. I'm gonna unblock her because I want to
We
hear what
we think it's
somebody.
yeah, we want to hear what these idiots have to say. Really, we really do.
Yes,
And
yeah. I want her specific truth. I want the truth because I mean, I'm not hiding shit, but it's
yeah,
obvious. You know what I mean? Let's see.
and
Okay.
it's weird too. I mean, this is strange behavior.
Well, I'll tell you, someone used to come in under alts when and accuse me of stuff. And and flip out on me under alts. and try to smear me in front of people. Once she was my friend, you know?
Well,
And it's like, you don't treat people like that. You just don't. It's psychotic. And you wonder why I blocked you. Um, let's see. Okay. There we go. And it should pop up here any minute.
Oh, I have some news. I'm planning on going on a cruise.
Oh, you're going on a cruise.
Yes, I've never been on a cruise. Me and my cousin, which we grew up in the same house, like we're just like sisters. Um, we are gonna just me and her, and we're just gonna go. We neither one of us has ever been on a cruise,
Oh,
and
that'll be nice.
I told her that she could pick anywhere. I I will pick my choices, and she picks hers, but I will not go to Mexico. She's like, that's where everyone goes. I knew that's where she was gonna pick too, Mexico. I'm scared to death to go up there or down there. I don't know where it's at, but mm-mm.
Oh, she's not, or the s'mores isn't blocked. It's just, I guess Betty put her in timeout. That's all.
Oh yeah, she's probably better than talking about. Yes, I've never been on a cruise, but I want to go to the one in. I want to do Alaska. she want. She doesn't like the cold, but
Oh my God, for 24 hours, Betty. I wanted to hear what that twat had to say.
we wanted to argue with her back and forth
Damn it.
and show how stupid they are. Anybody, if they, you know what, any of, I just think that that we should just tell people exactly how we feel about them, the truth, and if they want to accept that, then
Yeah.
that's good. If they don't, then let
And
them walk away. But
then they can,
nobody walks away quietly. It's like they're all throwing this fit. I'm like, just go on. Look how many other people are on the internet that you can, hook up with.
okay, she should be able to in 10 seconds respond. I think somebody taught me how to change the timeout. Yeah, I changed the timeout for 10 seconds so s'mores can try to put a proof in that she don't have because it's a bimbo.
Well, I got a question. I have
Hmm.
been noticing over in this other community that I've been going watching videos of. Um, they their mods can do all kinds of things that they couldn't do before. Um, is that something that's new?
What now? Their mods what?
Their mods can um do all kinds of things like
Yes.
um
You
is
can
that a
select you can select the amount of timeout. You can all you have to, you can cancel it out by selecting a different timeout on the same
yeah.
person.
Well,
They can
well,
ban, yeah, the same stuff they used to. And managing mods can actually uh, time out other mods,
see,
but I
that's
don't.
what it seems like. That it seems
I,
like they're almost managing mods
well, I don't.
because
Right now, I only have one managing mod.
they can do a lot. And I said, I wonder if they use that managing mod um more freely over there than we do over here.
Oh no, I'm very
I think
like
there's
I just I only have one managing mod at this point, and that's
yeah.
Nugget because she's never on. But
Well, I just
um,
think that they use it differently than what we
because
do.
my mine doesn't go as fast, because I'm boring. No, I'm just kidding. Because I'm non-drama here, but still, I like for people to be able to freaking come in here and say whatever they want. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
Without, but I know that sometimes that's not even possible out here without it being used against people. It's just ridiculous.
Right.
But
It is. But
it's
you know
okay,
what gets
Betty.
me? What gets me is when people they are present and they see what took place for themselves, and they still will believe that they'll still say it happened some other way, They'll follow
But you know what?
the
You cannot you cannot worry about that because you'll drive yourself crazy worrying about how other people view the situation. Not everybody is going to look at it the same way as you
right,
because they're not
right,
experiencing what you're experiencing. Uh,
right,
on top of that, um, your perception as a person is always colored by your own experiences,
right,
you know, and your own perceptions and how your brain translates it, if that makes any sense.
yeah. Well,
So,
it took a
yeah,
long time for people, for my people that were there to come forward, and say, "Yeah, I was there. That happened that way." Because it was just like cut and dry. I knew what happened, and I knew the people that witnessed it, and they weren't even, stepping up and saying anything.
you
It was
know,
bizarre.
well, that's because sometimes have you heard of the bystander effect? You know, I know there's other people
Yeah.
who study psychology and stuff like that have heard of it.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes.
it's it's I'm sure I know you have because you studied psychology. The
Yes.
Kitty Gervais case, where the bystander effect, where they stand, I'm not going to call because somebody else will call, right?
Right.
But the nice thing about the Kitty Gervais case is that because that happened, that's how 911 got implemented into our systems, so that you didn't have to call. They came up with a 911 system because of Kitty Gervais's death, because they didn't know
Well.
which precinct to call, or this precinct got called or that. They go to a central unit and they figure it out from there. But what they say the bystander effect, they're now looking back, they're talking about that case and saying, hey, listen, people actually did call in. Not everybody stood aside and ignored it, hoping somebody else would call because they just didn't want to get involved.
Mhm.
Um, it was just logged into different precincts and stuff, is what they found out. That's pretty interesting. I'm a weirdo. I've went over that case before and the Stanford experiment, where the jailhouse experiment. Hemi, your device is not connected. Your device is not connected, brother. Your device. Try it again.
But yeah, I got you know, I threw myself into YouTube and they turned me upside down and shook me out.
Right?
Uh,
They shook your pocket.
Dorothy taught me a lot. She taught me a lot, I'm telling you.
Well, I think each experience you learn a little more, and it kind of toughens your skin a little more. Like me going through what I did with her and her
Mhm.
gang, um, going through what I went through last year, or for like 2.5 years. Um, yeah, it's like it is what it is.
Mhm.
S'mores are not blocked anymore. I'm waiting for your proof. You did some research, deep research on that into that, Ginger. It's really, yes. Which one, the Kitty Gervais case or the Stanford experiment? Both are very interesting. You know,
Did you
I
hear about the case of that guy shooting three little girls?
yeah, yeah. His
That,
unaliving his little girls.
that's
Hmm.
not, oh my God.
I
I'm
know.
telling you.
Family annihilators, right?
I just don't understand that.
Well, because when somebody's not in the right mental place like that,
Yeah,
I'm going to punish the mother by hurting what she loves. You
right.
know, I'm going to take away from her something. Isn't that? Oh my God, the Stanford experiment. Oh my God. the Stanford experiment. That was freaking fascinating. Where they took all those student volunteers at Stanford University, and half of them were assigned as prison guards, and the other half were uh, prisoners. And I think it was supposed to be a week-long experiment, but it didn't last that long. Or it's been
Yeah.
a while since I studied it, or it was 2 weeks. I can't remember, but they only lasted 2 or 3 days before all hell broke loose. And what it was supposed to do is, mimic the circumstances of imprisonment, and
Right.
um and basically the guards became real dickheads. You know what I mean? The people who had that power over the
Mhm.
inmates just became abusive to the inmates. It was insane. And it was all what it was all freaking voluntary. It was all students. They were acting in a experiment, a
Right.
psychological experiment. And it was supposed to be so they could basically monitor the behaviors of the cellmate, or the people that were prisoners, and the interaction between prison guards and prisoners. Boy, it was,
Right.
yes, it was nuts. And there was such an abuse of power, and the abuse of power happened within 48 hours. Within 48 hours, those who had power over the prisoners, which the prison guards did, would beat oh, hi Hammy, they would beat the people. It got so bad they had to shut it down because they were beating them. They were
Oh
beating
my
them.
God. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Hey, Emmy. What's up,
Hi.
But
Miss Em?
I mean,
What are you guys
we dealt
doing?
with a lot of prisons, and when I saw how that they are hiring these kids right out of high school,
Mm-hmm.
and paying them minimum wage to be prison guards, and that's where a lot of it, I think, um, when they think that they get power over the prisoner, that it does change them.
Tiff, we
And
gotta Tiff, we gotta do a live on that sometime. It is fascinating. It
what?
I was telling Tiff, because she's looked into it too. We have to do a live on that sometime. The Stanford experiment. Oh boy. What's
That is
up, brother?
amazing. And they didn't even last a week.
No, I think it was like they had to shut it down because they were hospitalizing freaking, you know, people needed hospitalized
Oh
from the
Lord,
beatings. They
that's
were
something.
starving them too. They
Oh
would
my
do cruel
God.
shit, spit in their food kind of things.
Oh,
Throw water at them. Yeah, they went on a hunger strike after that because they did crazy shit to them. I mean, they had to close it down within, I think it was, I want to say they went rogue in 2 days, and they had to shut it down on day 5. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, because it's been probably 7, 8 years since I went, I studied it hard, and it's been probably 3 years since I covered it on the channel. Yeah, it was insane. Speaking of prisoners, fresh out of prison, what's up, Hemi? No,
Right? Can you hear me?
I
how
can
are
hear
you,
you, brother.
Hemi?
Hey, I'm doing okay.
I'm glad. I'm so
Well, I'm a little
happy to
pissed
hear your
off.
voice.
Hold on, what are you pissed off about, my brother?
My Oilers are losing 4-3 in the second.
I should have known.
Yeah.
He loves sports, doesn't he?
Yeah, I shut off the TV. I got so pissed off. I was like, really, guys? Are we doing this tonight?
Obviously, they are, brother.
Yeah. Well, so I shut the fucking thing off and I said, fuck it. I'll watch I got something on Netflix. I just turned it really down so nobody will hear it.
Look how far
You
we
guys
got in.
can't hear it,
Look
can
how
you?
far we got into this live
Look at
Yeah.
without
Christine. She's
without a bunch of
rude.
cussing, right? We got an
Yeah.
hour and and 29 minutes in, before the cussing started, and it happened when he came.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean
I'm
to
just
cut.
kidding. No, it's okay. I'm not monetized. What do I care? And
Did I
besides,
did I
they only
cuss?
check
I
the
don't.
first. They only check the first like 2 minutes anyway. I don't
Huh.
care.
I'm trying to
Okay.
get better.
And this stream is marked for 18 and above anyway.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I don't really give a fuck.
You know,
God, my brother's an asshole. Everybody, just so you know.
Right? I
I-
don't
I
care. Where's
think we
Phoebe?
ought to come up with a comedy night to where we use those little cartoon characters in our voice and really look around us and tell people really what we think.
I want to be Savannah. Can I be
Holy shit.
Can I be Savannah?
If we're gonna do that,
Yeah.
holy cow, we're all gonna get banned from fucking
Oh yeah, you're
YouTube.
right. We'll get banned from
Yeah.
YouTube if one of us is Savannah.
Well, yeah, just bring Savannah up. Bring
Yeah, right.
Auntie Betty up too.
I love my Betty.
I
Yeah, I
know,
bet
baby.
she'll fucking swear like a sailor.
Not my Betty. Not my Betty. She would not.
No, I mean,
Oh,
just,
I know it.
just,
I know Christine would.
I think that we should
I've
be
seen
allowed to.
Pristine. I've seen Pristine on camera. Pristine is gorgeous.
I know.
You
I
know,
always call her
if these
beautiful.
people are willing to put their business out there and argue back and forth, we should be able to poke at it and have a little bit of fun,
Right?
with
You
it.
know what I
Because
tell you? I'm putting it out here that everybody. I'm putting it out here. Retro, I challenge you to a duel.
oh yeah, it's funny.
Now, I do not challenge you to a sing-off because you would automatically win that.
I know, yeah, she would.
But
I'll be right back.
meet me at the mall, and we'll pick a mall somewhere between here and Toronto or Quebec or wherever the fuck. And we're going to fisticuffs, bitch.
It's something.
Oh my god.
People's
Wow.
behavior, I sit and shake my head so much at these people and the way they behave. It
Mhm.
sometimes I just want to roll over
Well,
because I
here's
cannot.
no, you can't. You can't
It's
fathom it. And
bizarre.
you know what? It's even funnier than that. It's like the people that run their mouths the most are the ones that run and hide, right? They would not be able to handle an actual confrontation in the real world.
Right.
But they'll run their mouth and act like they're Barney Badass online. And the thing is, it's like I'm laughing my ass off because it's like I'm chill as all can be, but I ain't
Right.
lost a fist fight ever in my life. Okay.
I
And
have a few.
okay, if you count my brother, that he had 100 pounds on me. That's and he was a football player. But I don't. If you're not counting siblings, then yeah. But it's like I'm so laid back. I am so laid back that even when people approach me like and want that they want to fight, I really can't give them a fight half the time because I think it's so funny, right? I think it's hilarious. You want to fight with a 5'11" woman, like I had a gal come to my door and I'm like, step back, please, step back. And like she's trying to punch me. I picked her up by her hips and tossed her off my front stoop, you know? And she was like, I'm gonna call the police or I'm gonna press charges. I said, you were on my property, you swung on me, I picked you up and removed you from my property. That's all, you know?
I don't know how you had a bleeding nose.
No, I didn't. I didn't swing at her or nothing. I picked her up, and when I tossed her, I kid you not, she flew about 4 feet. Okay. And her husband goes, you need to go home now. He told her, you need to go home now. You're starting something with someone who could easily mop the floor with you.
Look at what Betty said. I would have handed her the phone.
No, the cops were already called at that point. what happened is, it's a stupid story. My nephew at the time, I had custody of my nephew, okay? Um, my nephew was 13 years old, but he was 6'6" at 13.
Right?
Okay,
I've heard this story.
right? My sister lived down the street, his mom. He was going down to visit his mom. The neighbor girl, who was a spoiled brat, right, runs up behind him and nails him just right in the gonads from behind with her foot. Scoop kicked him, right? And what he do? He just haymaker. Like when you toss your arm back, like arm bar, kind of like toss your arm back to catch somebody off guard. He did
Yeah.
that. He did not that because this kid grew up to that point for 10 years of his life. He lived in the ghetto, right? This wasn't the ghetto, but he had lived in the ghetto. So somebody comes up behind that and you're done, Yes, fighting driveway Nikki would be the closest thing to fighting a hobbit. Probably hairy feet and all. She eats as often as a hobbit, I will say that. Um, but he clotheslined the girl. You know what I mean? And she was 8 years old and he was 13 and just double what size he should have been. Now, he went and helped her up and he was like, I am so sorry. And he, she kicked him in the nads, and he was apologizing to her even though he was in extreme pain. And then she ran off to tell her mom, get her mom. So he ran back to my house and he told us what was going on. That gal came banging on the door and she tried opening my door to get to him. She was going to pull him out by his hair and whoop his ass. This is a grown ass woman in her late 20s, early 30s. And I'm not going to lie, she was a meth head, right? And
Hiding hobbit.
she was probably about 5'8". She wasn't, and go about 170,
Oh.
I was 5'11" and I only had about 10 pounds on her. I was 180, but I was 180 of freaking muscle. You know what I mean?
Right.
And because at that time I did a lot of weight training and shit. And so I'm like, what the hell? Boom. I said, you don't want to do that. Well, I've already called the police. And I said, then let's wait for the police to sort it out. Let's wait for that. She's like, and she kept trying to get in, like pull my screen door open. Tried, grabbing her hands in there. And I'm like, no. And then I step out onto the porch and I said, no, it's not going to happen. He's 13 years old. Do you want to touch him? Because if you do, you're going to jail, And then she goes, I can get him. I said, let the police figure it out. Let them handle it. Right?
Yeah.
No, she fucking grabbed my hair. She tried swinging on me. I caught her fist and I picked her up and I tossed her. That's all. Not really a fight, right?
Yeah. I grew up in the country and the town I grew up in was wild. I'm talking hostile. The teenagers were really hostile in
Mm-hmm.
that town. And yeah, you had to really watch yourself because you could get, with the wrong person or do the wrong thing there, and those kids would eat you alive. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I know that like the actual last, I shouldn't say last, but pretty much the last fist fight I really, did anything in was, oh God, I would have been 23 because I don't like to fight, but if I have to, but the gal ended up going to the hospital with a broken rib.
See, I will. I jump on it before they don't even have to ring the bell.
Oh,
I
I'm,
I can go from 0 to 1,000 in a second, and that's
I'm,
that's all it takes.
I'm
You
like,
don't want to get Cheryl all wound up.
No.
That's the thing. I wasn't meaning, dude. All I did is this chick kept hitting me, and she hit me in the face, and I reflex punched her. I reflex punched her. When I reflex punched her, caught her in the rib and broke it. I caught her in the nose and broke it. I'm like, she was off to the side of me. So she was in my, side view, and I was talking to her sister, and this gal kept punching at me. Okay, BB, sorry about that. But it's like her shirt got ripped in half. Yep. And you know what? She apologized to me the next day. She was, and she said she was drunk, but her sister said she was on something else. She didn't even know she was doing what she was doing.
Well,
Methamphetamines. I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, it was something like that. I don't know, man. She was
I'll
all
just say some type of cool
I-
drug.
Well, and I was telling her because what I was doing is, okay, this bitch is windmilling, you know what I mean? Where they throw their hands like a windmill. And I was holding her back with my hand on her forehead going, and then I kept looking at her and I go, honey, come back when you can fight like a man. Come back when you can fight like a man. I don't want to put you down, girl. You're going to get hurt. Come on, go away. And
I
her
tell
sister,
you,
Pound you into the ground like a tent peg.
right?
me and my
I
older
wasn't even
son.
looking and I busted her up. So, I mean, come on. I wasn't
I tell you
angry.
what, me and my older son, we are so much alike that we used to duke it out, and I'm talking duking it out up until it's good grief. I guess he was 33 the last time,
I saw
but
BB.
I mean, he don't punch me or nothing. He
Yeah.
just holds my hands. He will hold me, to where I can't move.
Hey, BB, I'm going to have to get off of here at like, in about
I know. I
half an
was wondering,
hour.
Why?
is
But
she coming? Is she
I
coming
have to
back?
go. I have to go pick up my son.
Is
Oh,
she coming
yeah.
back?
I forgot.
But Cheryl, if you want to, we can go on your channel after if you want. You
Okay.
want to do that? Want to do that?
If you want to.
Yeah,
If you
I mean,
want to.
yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
let's do that, Cheryl.
that way you can get your
Okay.
hours you need too. Okay?
I know. Well, somebody told me that my channel that
And
something would happen if I don't do
and
something.
If you
Cheryl,
don't
you
go live within 3 months, you can lose like all your shit. So
but
you need to
but
do
I,
it.
Cheryl, you can make fun of me on your live
Yeah.
if you want.
I've been thinking about covering this girl on TikTok and
Okay.
covering her over here. Bringing it over here to y'all and see what y'all think about it, because she is on TikTok and she is um, begging for people to give her money for her to go get high.
Yeah, the one you were telling me about. Yikes.
Oh,
Yes,
let's get
and
all on that.
and
Yeah, let's
people
get you high.
people are people are really doing it, and she is scamming people right there on these. She's even done drug deals right there on camera.
Oh man, and that's I was gonna say, like how strict they are on YouTube, and it amazes me. Now, I mean, people don't realize this. They're not realizing they're not picking up on this. But as of January last year, 2024, you cannot drink alcoholic substances on a live, like,
Oh,
where your picture, when you're showing, you know what, like you
No,
got your camera on, you can't
no,
drink alcohol in front of a camera.
I don't even think you're allowed to smoke.
you
Nope,
can't smoke. You
you
can't
can't.
smoke.
Like I mean a cigarette.
Nope, you can't even smoke a
Right, you
cigarette
can't
now.
smoke cigarettes.
And I've
Well,
seen
I'm
people
glad
doing.
I quit drinking. So
Yeah,
that's
right.
good.
I am so
Yeah.
proud of you, bud.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
fucking proud of my fucking self.
Oh my
Amy,
God,
you can't.
Hemi.
Amy, you can't smoke a cigarette on a live, like with the
Nope.
camera on, and you can't
That
drink.
is so wonderful, Hemi.
Yeah. I'm fucking almost 5 months
Yep.
now.
Oh my
So
God, I'm so happy for you.
yeah, I'm fucking proud of myself.
I'm gonna
Uh,
say this. Remember,
I'm so glad. I'm
Sorry
just
for
thrilled.
swearing, guys or
No, it's
girls.
I
okay.
got goosebumps, Hemi.
You guys,
Yeah,
okay?
I
Remember,
love it, man.
you guys
I
remember.
fucking love it.
You guys
I
remember.
see so much now, like
Yep.
like with Tiff.
I'm listening.
I seen all this fucking bullshit that was happening with her, and I was fucking, oh yeah, drunk and fucking, yeah, fucking Tiff. And
Uh,
you know what?
yeah.
I see Tiff now, and I'm like, holy fuck.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck were you thinking, Hemi?
Here's the other
You
thing.
know?
You guys remember a few months ago when Nikki called Mel's husband, right?
Yeah.
And then Amber was saying, "That's Hemi, that's Hemi," and then I was like, "That's
That
not Hemi."
fucking wasn't me, man. I
He
was
was
in
in
rehab,
he was
motherfuckers.
he was in rehab at that time, and I didn't
Fucking
say anything. I
rehab.
just said he
Yeah.
was not online. That's where
That's,
Hemi was. Hemi was in rehab when that happened.
that's hilarious.
Exactly. Fuck off.
It's
Fucking
so funny.
idiot.
That
Hmm.
is so funny, isn't it?
He got accused
Yeah.
of, yeah, they tried making it out like that. Yeah, okay. Well, no, it wasn't Hemi, okay, because Hemi was in rehab at the time, and
Yep.
yeah, he could, he could send us messages once in a while, but he wasn't on this shit, you know?
Well,
Yep.
you remember what they said that Alex Erickson made this phone call, uh, and it wasn't her. It was because
Uh-huh.
they said it sounded like her,
Yeah.
and the girl that did it come forward and told that she was the one that did that, and people still wanted to spread it around that Alex. They just knew it was Alex. You know,
Yeah.
craziness. After the proof
Yeah.
was already put out there, they still did it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm saying Hemi has an alibi for where the fuck he was, and
That's too
their
funny.
lies, and their lies that was Hemi. No, it wasn't.
That's too funny.
Yeah.
So,
Dumbasses. I live
did
in
you put it out
Alberta, Canada, and
there? Did you?
what's her name? Mel. She lives way away from me. That was so funny.
Yep.
So when y'all are talking about Mel, what Mel are y'all talking about?
We're
Mel
not
Mel.
Canadian Mel, not Australian
Okay,
Mel.
okay. That's
Yeah.
I need to know that.
Yeah.
Tiff's close friend, Mel. She's
Yeah.
a sweet.
Okay,
That Mel. I mean, I love both of the Mels. Don't get me wrong. I'm
yeah,
just saying
Yeah.
that the Mel that got so much BS, up
yeah.
here.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, so it's really funny, and me and BB didn't say nothing about it, but since he said something out here in the open tonight and said how long he's been sober, now you guys get a general idea.
Yeah.
Hemi, we
Yeah,
need to
that Mel is
celebrate.
awesome.
Yeah. No,
We need,
I'm good. I'm still on that long road,
Mhm.
and
yeah,
I will be on that long road until the rest of my life.
Yep.
But I'm proud of myself, and I'm proud of everyone around me,
Mm.
meaning my two sisters, of course, you too,
Oh,
Cheryl.
dang it.
Um,
BB's back. There we go. There's our sister.
Hemi,
I'm
I
back.
think it's amazing. I'm so proud of you. It just gave me goosebumps.
Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate that.
I'm sure Big
And if
Sis
you
would want her.
ever need me, to
Yep.
lean on, I'm here.
You guys would
I,
not believe.
thank you. Thank
You
you.
would not believe the stuff Hemi catches. He's like, and he calls it. He doesn't get involved in people's stuff, but he'll watch it and he'll be like, "Oh, this is what's gonna happen," and he nails it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's good at
See,
calling.
when I was drinking all the time, I didn't even fucking understand what the fuck was going on.
I knew that you did. I was like, how, that was something that really used to upset me because I didn't feel like that. Uh, I felt like that people took advantage of that, and I didn't like that part. You know,
Mhm.
Yeah, I didn't
I
like
didn't.
that
I
part of
didn't.
me either. It
Well,
fucking sucked.
and I mean, but what are you supposed to do about it?
Hey,
Because
you
it's just
Yeah.
the
just
way it is. I mean, it's just the way. Because Hemi would have got me if I'd have said anything. I mean,
You guys,
but
let BB talk because just in case she's got to hop off. What's up,
oh
girl?
yeah, okay, I will.
What's up? I just come up here to back up my brother. If
there's my
anybody
beat.
needs an alibi or proof of his sobriety, you just let me know because I got it.
Yep.
Yep.
We both know. We both know
And
that,
Big Bertha knows too.
right? Bertha
Yes,
knows.
he does.
Bertha's the keeper of great secrets.
I'll be
Yep.
right back, guys.
Okay, honey.
Oh, thanks, Tiff. I appreciate that, Tiff. Thank you very much.
Oh my God. I tell you what, brother is like, pay attention to this. And he's catching things I don't usually catch. And I'm like, damn it, I'm
Right?
supposed to be the one catching all this shit because I'm the highly observant one. But he's beating me at it.
And I'm barely on. But I
Right?
see these fucking morons. It's like, really? Ugh.
Right?
Sorry, I don't mean to swear.
Gee, I wonder
You're
where
not going to stop me from swearing.
I wonder where S'mores is with her proof. Uh,
I've
uh,
been trying not to, I guess, a little bit, because I did get kind of a potty mouth, a bad potty mouth,
It's okay. It's
and
all
like
good.
being around when I was around my grandkids, it would slip out. Uh, every once in a while, I'd be like, I've got to stop doing that.
I'm watching.
Oh, I know.
So
But I also
I've been working on it.
always have
But my grandson Kyron, when he was born, I would not let them cuss around him. I didn't say a curse word around him. And everybody better walk the lines because grandma was here. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
And
Look out.
yeah,
Grandma's here.
and then after he passed away, I was like, I
Whoa.
started cussing like a sailor. And I do it in front of my grandkids sometimes. I have to watch my mouth. But they're older now. I have older grandkids.
Yeah.
So they
How,
understand. They just laugh at me.
Right?
Cheryl, how are you feeling? Are you doing better?
I'm doing a lot better.
Oh, thank goodness.
I did have a scare and I dropped 12 pounds
Mm-hmm.
but
Yeah,
um
because I know you're tiny.
but I went to the my kidney doctor the other day and I have gained the 12 pounds back. I was so
Okay.
scared. I thought that I needed the feeding tube, because
What
I was
whole
starting
Yeah,
to
like
worry
that.
myself.
I've been worried about you for the last fucking
Yeah.
2 years.
I'm doing pretty good. I mean, it's kind of like real fragile. Everything's like fragile now.
Well, yeah.
And
You're like
and
a
I
Yeah,
have
kidney
like
to
you
stones.
gotta be really careful, sweetheart.
yeah, and I
You
have to see
know,
so many doctors and you just wouldn't believe how many doctors I have to see over it and
yeah,
uh just to keep me at a certain level. And I was
exactly.
having problems with my numbers in my kidneys and I went back this time. I was so scared. I even um canceled my first appointment and made it for like a month later because I was so scared of the results.
But
And
yeah.
I
Hey,
went back and she goes, your numbers are perfect. So I won't have to see you for a whole year. So
Oh,
um
thank
my
goodness.
kidneys are functioning normal now because that scared me to death.
Isn't
It
that
sure did.
awesome news?
Thank
Yes,
goodness.
sure is.
Uh,
Because I was
I,
so
I
scared.
Tiff's got
I
a question.
wish you the best, sweetheart. I
Thank
just
you.
so
Thank
care
you.
about you.
Thank you. And I'm getting back to myself. Uh, I'm getting more active to where that I can do more.
Yeah,
And so, uh, but I'm moving to Arkansas. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to wrap up stuff here
Good
in
people.
Oklahoma. And uh,
No,
it has really been a hard task, I'm telling you,
yeah.
because
see,
I'm just not used to what
Cheryl Bear. Tiffany wants to know how your heart is doing, honey. She's
my heart is doing really well. Um, it I had another blockage, like I don't know, when was that, Ginger? That I had that blockage and I didn't stay at the hospital. It wasn't that long
um
ago.
was that back in February?
Yes.
Yeah, February.
And and they
Trust
gave
me,
me
I know
medicine
everything.
and they unblocked it and I've been doing okay so far. So I
No,
just
the
keep my
blockage
fingers
was a few
crossed.
months. She had another blockage a few months back, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It, and it's really scary. I
yeah,
mean, because of how many people in my family, passed away so young,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
me getting down to being that sick,
Mm-hmm.
uh, really made me reevaluate, my whole life and what I was
Right.
doing with it. But
Exactly.
I still have that drive to want to work. I want to do something, you know?
You guys,
And
hold on. Hold on.
uh
Amy
okay.
says the Wendy account is gone.
When the account is gone. Yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
I wonder if she took it down
Was it a
herself.
she or a he?
Okay, Betty knows what I'm talking about.
Or
Lisa.
was it an
I
it?
I'm talking about Lisa.
I don't know.
So Betty, or have
Sorry.
you been over there
Sorry,
watching it?
Cheryl.
Jesus, yeah, I think that we need to cover it, don't you? This is the most bizarre, um, I don't know, this is just really bizarre to watch this woman, uh,
Okay, I think
Oh,
just
I
this
figured
woman,
it out.
I've just never seen the amount of deception, and people are trying to stop her from scamming people, and she is just going 100 miles an hour and just lying and cheating and stealing it everywhere and begging every day for money. It's just bizarre behavior. And she's a
Well,
she's
that's
a
welcome to the world of YouTube.
right. And how
Hey,
many
you know
people
what? Oh,
do you
sorry. Go ahead.
uh do, do y'all see how many vulnerable people are on YouTube and on TikTok that they will give a drug addict money every day and it's obvious she's buying drugs with it? I mean, it
wow.
is
Isn't that fucked
there's a
up,
lot of
eh?
people that fall for that.
You'll have to
And
But,
like
but,
go on, guys.
Cheryl, oh,
yes,
sorry, go ahead.
you go ahead. I'm
Oh,
done.
I'll go ahead then. But look
Okay.
at
You go
these
ahead.
people that fucking say shit, and then you got somebody,
Watch.
um, in a tragedy, meaning of something. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
gonna say it, and these people fucking say shit. I'm giving hints, and it's okay that women think that it's okay that this person was treated that way, or on the other side, this person was treated that way.
Right.
And it's like,
I call
what?
I call it
Like, I
situation.
know I didn't make sense. I was making hints because I'm not gonna fucking
Read the definition.
throw myself out there. Meaning,
Definition of
well, did you see what that went and this went?
Yeah, well,
Fuck off. Just
I'm
fucking go
talking
look
about
for your
okay
fucking
then
self.
a friend situationship. Like
But
you're
he's still Henny,
oh,
y'all.
okay, a frienduationship.
What?
that.
I'm talking about people that are friends but aren't really friends. Maybe one of them's friends and the
Right?
other it's not a reciprocal thing. Like I mean,
Exactly.
like you think frenemies.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's the proper
Frenemy?
frenemies. It's
is it really? I mean, so one's a friend and the other is
no, it's they're friends, but they're not like.
Is
committed to
that
being.
Nug or the other one?
But what is it when one's
Which one
actually
is it?
committed to being a friend and is a good
Never
friend,
figured
and
out.
the other one's a
Super out.
backstabbing, conniving?
Specific. Well, no, so calm down.
No, I mean like
But
a
in
lot
that
of people,
relation, that could be classified as
the frenemies,
frenemies, but there is a
Oh,
specific.
that's Nug.
like a one-sided friendship
I
situation,
know.
You know how there's like unrequited friendship. That's what it is.
unrequited friendship.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
there's unrequited love. There's it just,
okay. There we go. Unrequited friendship, I guess.
Exactly.
What about when the other friend is weird and calling you their twin soul or twin flame? That's creepy.
okay, Loki. That's creepy.
That is creepy.
Hey, that's okay.
Oh, Betty
Yeah,
says that's
no.
a backstabber.
What?
Oh, and Betty.
I know that.
I
I
love
love
But I
it,
mean,
Betty.
but everybody like
So,
everybody in here has experienced,
Yeah.
some kind of betrayal by somebody,
right.
and I don't think that there's not one person that he hadn't touched in some way,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
I just think that
Yeah.
um
I think it's because of the mass amount of people that are on here that that
I
that that happens because there's so many different types of people, and
that's
so like
mhm.
the internet opens you up to being exposed to more people than you would in your daily life normally. So the odds are it's going to escalate or jump up. The odds of you running into a
uh,
flake or a
uh,
Looney Tune is going to be higher.
there's also the online.
well, and a lot of
I
these people,
feel
if you
oh,
think why
sorry.
are
Yeah, the anonymity.
I doubt they're able to hear very much of what I'm saying.
but and a
I
lot of them, have been, they're alone, they're lonely,
To me,
and
no. What I feel bad about is what happened to Amy.
that's my favorite part.
You know, um calling her stepdad and then fucking all this bullshit.
Hmm.
Um wow. That
Over
was
something that didn't even really happen.
like yeah. Like
Yeah,
eh? Like
yeah,
I don't
totally.
know.
That's
I
pretty
don't know.
funny. That's pretty funny.
It's really sad.
Did you guys hear Nugget?
I mean,
They can't fucking hear me unless I'm up close to the mic. They cannot hear me unless I'm like right in your face because the suppression on that is so good. I said delusion.
Yeah.
Well,
Nug's right.
Yell or have to be up close to the mic.
I think that we run into a lot more people with a lot more mental health issues.
They shouldn't be online. They really should not be online.
right,
You know,
Yeah,
right.
they shouldn't be online, Nug. Yep. You're right,
I think
Nug.
I think it's a lot of personality disorders.
yeah, there's a lot of personality disorders, a lot of
Mhm.
mental illness.
And you bring all that together, and it's a mess.
It's undiagnosed because
It really is.
it's more of a rub dirt.
Yeah,
It's not.
it really is.
It's not a problem.
I get you,
It's
but
what?
there's some people
What you
that
say?
are on a lot of meds, and then
They need to be on more, clearly.
uh,
Is that what she said?
She said, well, something with the problem with our generation is a lot of people don't get the proper meds.
It's not that.
Or what?
That is not what I said. What I said was the problem with your generation, mother, is that
Your
if it's not
generation.
a physical problem, you just push it off, even though mental health can also affect your physical health. Which is why so many like people with like mental disorders end up so like decrepit or what's the word? Haggard. And she said something about the meds, and I said they're not like clearly not on enough.
Oh my goodness.
Well, that's what it is. A lot of it is people that are off their meds.
Yeah,
And
or are not on the right cocktail.
right. And they come to the internet, you know, to whatever they need to be doing. I don't know.
Oh, Spacey, that's Nugget, my 16-year-old.
I'm pretty famous here.
Yes, she's talked about, you know, a lot, aren't you,
Yeah.
Nugget? But she wears that badge of honor very well, don't you, honey?
She says you wear that badge of honor pretty well, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
And I am the only one that is allowed to say anything about how my baby girl talks.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm the
Yeah.
one that brings. I put a bar of soap in here in my in the chat when you're on.
She said she
Okay,
puts a bar
so
of soap in the chat
am I
when you're
not allowed
talking.
to swear anymore?
Eat it, and it's gonna taste good. It's gonna taste good.
She said
See,
she just eats the bar of soap and it's
I
gonna
knew that
taste
she
good.
was gonna say that. Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry, man.
Oh, that's nug.
She's got a mouth on her, and you know what?
Yeah, you ain't
But
stopping
you
it.
know what? You know what though? Here's the thing. As I look at it, and I don't care what anybody says, she may be 16 years old, but she's a lot more mature and a lot smarter than most of these people on here.
You
And then,
fucking right she is.
and maybe she has a little potty mouth sometimes,
Yeah.
Who cares?
but you know what? I think she has a higher education than some of those people.
Okay, let me
Well,
see.
well,
Yeah,
'Cause
well, I mean,
smart girl.
she's a 10th grader and she's taken college courses and passed
and
them.
They're gonna want to hear this.
and it does, you know,
Junior and I'm
and that's just a part of who
no,
she is and who
there.
she,
I'm a
you
junior in
know,
high school.
she's comfortable talking that way, and it's nobody else's business how she talks. That's who she is, and if they don't like it, they can go somewhere else.
All right, here.
Simple as that. Because
Carol, give it a second.
Mm.
Okay. All right, you get to hear my lovely voice for a minute because I have something funny to say.
oh goodness,
Here goes Nuggy.
here she goes.
Don't do that, Mom. You put it up so it's like that's what's causing it to stop doing that. Sorry. I'm just explaining technical things. I'm a junior in high school and I'm more mature than some of these middle-aged women, which is honestly pathetic.
Okay,
Yep.
here's the thing. Most of them don't know what a junior is.
Oh,
Australia in
11th grade for you.
grade 11.
Like grade 11 for my non-Americans. Sorry about
You
that.
were taking college courses in grade 10.
I'm still taking college courses.
Yeah.
But I'm like
Yep.
message. I wanted to be a smartass. Anyway.
So,
Oh my god.
this is how we're gonna be without me.
Oh, how dare we? Anyway.
Sorry about that, guys. You still there? Hemi.
Yeah.
Sage came
I know
out.
what she is. I know
Say-
exactly what she is. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm good.
She is very smart, and she is
Whoa.
so sweet
Her
that
toes
she can
Whoa.
talk any way she wants to.
they're like spreading around.
Yep.
It's sucking my foot.
Oh yeah.
And people better watch talking about her too. I'm telling you.
Well, yeah. You know
She
what?
is a very smart young lady,
Mhm.
and she will. Well, she'll throw it at you. I'll tell you that right now.
But she's not afraid to speak her mind.
She
And the
ain't
thing is,
no. She's not this little one hitter. She is. Hello.
And
yeah,
I think
Betty.
I think she's
listen.
got some of her mom in her.
Oh
I
yeah.
think.
Oh yeah.
Oh, she is spunky,
I think
Twiggy.
she's got her dad in her too, though.
See,
Yeah.
the difference is Nugget's her own person. She's intelligent,
Yep.
but oh, I was just gonna say you are me unfiltered.
Exactly. She is
Yeah,
you 100.
that's exactly
She's
what I
she
would
is
say. Yes.
she's more cynical, but I will say Sage, her older sister, is like more like me
Yep.
when it comes to I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, that kind of thing.
Mhm.
Because like we're Libras and we don't like to hurt people.
And see, I don't. I just. It doesn't really bother me to.
And you got to understand, she doesn't say it in a bad way.
No.
She says it
Well,
what is directed at her. She comes back with,
Uh,
hello.
yeah. Like
I'll
when they
be
You
came
like,
wanna
I'll be like
when
talk
they
all
to
negative
me like
Nelly.
that?
no, like
Yeah.
when Cole and them came at her, and
Yeah.
that was too funny. That was funny.
Exactly.
When Cole and them came at
Exactly.
her, she was like, "Oh, let me set him straight." And I'm like, "No, no, no, no,
No,
let
no.
no, no,
Yeah,
no."
yeah.
And then it's like BB goes, "Let her set him straight." So BB
Let
posted
her.
BB like because Cole wouldn't let her, like
He deleted. Sorry. He deleted my comment and it like ticked me off.
and then called you.
He called me butt nugget. Like I was so that like that would offend me.
That's
Like
hilarious. And so, and Nugget,
How mature.
did that just
40-year-old man.
them coming at you like that? Didn't it just bear down on your mental health, or did you
No.
laugh about it?
No, it was fucking hilarious. They're coming after a teenager.
Laugh.
See, that's what I don't understand about these people. I don't understand why can't they see things for what they really are instead of having this bizarre behavior that they do.
Yeah.
It's funny to me because that just means like, oh my god, I'm gonna go after this teenager, this minor, because I got
Yep.
offended over something on the internet.
Yep.
Mhm.
Like, oh my god, you hurt my feelings by saying something that that I as an adult man should be able to handle.
Right,
Exactly.
exactly. What is wrong with these people
Exactly. No.
that act like they're so victimized and that they're a victim and they're getting stalked and all this and that? Oh dear God, help
But
me.
they're
Just
not getting stalked. They're doing the stalking. I've seen this from like I lurk from the
yeah.
sidelines. I see this and I'm like, wow, these guys are absolutely pathetic. Stop tickling me. I swear to God.
And all
See?
they have to do is
Nub
close their
knows.
computer and it goes away. I
Just,
don't
just turn off
understand.
your
If they
phone.
were that scared, turn off
Just
their computer.
turn off your Wi-Fi if that helps. Or
I mean,
cry in a
Yep.
dear
corner. I don't care.
God.
Flip phone, Grandpa.
Yeah.
And they act like that the internet is everything. They act like that it guides their life. I don't understand that.
And okay, I'll say it.
I'll say it for you.
I'll say
Sage said, "Get off the flip phone, Grandpa."
with love.
I'm not saying that. You
With
didn't say-
love.
No, I'm not saying that. You can be mean
who
too.
has a flip phone?
Well, maybe Cole does.
Oh, probably. Hey, you know what? I loved the little Razor flip phone when it came out.
Oh, the little
Yeah,
Razor.
but I don't care. What comes out of Nug's mouth, I always listen to her because she makes sense. She really
Right.
does.
She does.
And
I only
And
preach
she's
the
an
truth.
angel. She's an angel. I think she's
oh,
an angel.
she's my little lovey dove. I just love her.
She's a good
I
girl.
yeah, she
You know
is.
that there's a big
She
difference
don't
between
take shit.
Oh, the adoration. I can't handle it. Ginger.
she's responsible and she's a good girl, and
Yeah.
And so what if she has a potty mouth? You know, take a
Yeah.
look around how you did your, raised your kids. See what they're doing.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, she's not stupid, and
Yeah.
and when they need to be able to, talk and communicate with people and tell people how they feel at um
Shit.
at when they start driving, and by the time they're 18 they want to move out. They
Exactly.
want to act like adults when they're 18. So what do? You need to have them prepared to be
Okay.
adults.
Okay,
Yeah.
guys, I have to shut this down. I got to go pick my
Okay.
boy up. If you want to
Okay.
pick,
Okay. I'm out of here.
you
Love
want
you,
to,
sis.
you want to
Love
pick
you,
Okay.
Cheryl.
I
Okay.
love you, Amy.
I love you guys.
All
Later.
right. Night night, everybody.
I'm trying to shut it off.
Okay.